Thanks for taking the question, Richard Husu, Finnish Broadcasting Company. This is for both the Secretary-General and the Supreme Commander, if I may. The threat of airspace violations and drone attacks is obviously a shared concern for all allies, but would you say that countries with a longer border to Russia are more exposed in this regard, and could they expect some specific or enhanced help from NATO to tackle this situation? Thank you.
Yeah, but of course the problem is this is about the eastern flank, because here is a direct threat to the eastern flank from, for example, drones or whatever could threaten our allies on the eastern flank. But more generally speaking, you know, I don't like that whole eastern flank thinking because it gives the impression that if I live in Madrid or in London, I'm safer than when I live in Tallinn, and that is not true. Because these latest Russian missiles, when they will be launched, they come down with 5 times the speed of sound, and they will take 5 or 10 minutes longer to reach Madrid or London than they take to reach Tallinn or Vilnius. So in that sense, let's agree that within this alliance of 32 countries, we all live on the eastern flank. Why is this Eastern Sentry so important? Because this concentrates on this very specific issue, which is airspace violations, and making sure, and whatever other threat there is there, that we can better and with more flexibility defend ourselves in that part of NATO territory.
I guess I would just add for commentary, I have a fairly robust portfolio at the operational level of war of dealing with drone attacks from my time in the Middle East. Including large drone attacks from Iran toward Israel back in April of 2023. I'm sorry, 2024. The range that those drones can fly and the paths that they can take, we are all vulnerable to them. So the eastern flank provides a first line of defense for this. And if those drones get through that first line of defense, they can be paired with the ballistic missiles or other capabilities that hold the entire alliance at risk. So I do think while it is an eastern sentry line that we're working to defend, it is on behalf of the entire alliance that this is going forward.
25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.